Hello and welcome to this week's episode of AWS Cloud Bytes News. I'm your host Bhavesh Kumar. Friends, if you like these videos, please like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell icon for future updates. Also, comment on topics you want me to cover for our architecture and certification series. Let's look at the first news headline. News on services rollout to new regions. Let's look at new service rollouts. Amazon EC2 R5B instances are now available in Asia Pacific, Seoul. R5B instances provide 3 times higher EBS optimized performance compared to R5 instances, and they are 2 times higher EBS optimized performance compared to R6i instances. Amazon EC2 G4DN instances now available in AWS Asia Pacific, Osaka. Amazon EC2 G4DN instances, which provide a cost-effective GPU platform for deploying machine learning models in production and graphic-intensive applications. The third news is AWS Resilience Hub expand to 13 additional AWS regions. Using AWS Resilience Hub, you can access the resilience of your application on AWS and receive recommendations such as configurations, tests, alarms, and recovery standard operating procedures. Amazon Elastic File System, or EFS, is now available in AWS Asia Pacific, Jakarta region. Amazon EFS is a simple, serverless, set-and-forget Elastic file system that makes it easy to set up, scale, and cost-optimize file storage in the AWS cloud. AWS IoT Greengrass is now available in Canada, Central region. With AWS IoT Greengrass, customers can have their connected devices run AWS Lambda functions, Docker containers, or both, execute predictions based on machine learning models, keep device data in sync, and communicate with other devices securely, even when they are not connected to the internet. Moving on to the next news. The next news is coming from Amazon SageMaker. Amazon SageMaker Autopilot adds support for larger dataset and parquet format. Amazon SageMaker Autopilot automatically builds, trains, and tunes the best machine learning models based on your data. While allowing your data to maintain full control and visibility, Autopilot will automatically parse this data, detect class imbalance, and downsample observations, while keeping those from the minority class in binary classification problems. Amazon SageMaker Autopilot adds support for dataset up to 100 GB. The earliest supported dataset limit was 10 GB. SageMaker Autopilot will subsample your dataset automatically while accounting for class imbalances and preserve rare class labels. The default 100 GB limit can be increased to support datasets larger by 100 GB by filing a limit increase request in AWS Support Center console. Amazon SageMaker Autopilot adds support for Apache Parquet file format. Apache Parquet is a free and open source column-oriented data storage for the Apache Hadoop ecosystem. Autopilot can accept up to 2 GB of compressed data for each Parquet file in the input location or manifest. When you specify an Amazon S3 folder or manifest file with multiple Parquet files as input, the default 2 GB is enforced for each Parquet file separately. Parquet file format is supported in all AWS regions where SageMaker Autopilot is available. Moving on to the next news headline. The next news is coming from Amazon Kinesis Data Firehose. Amazon Kinesis Data Firehose now delivers to Honeycomb. You can see a picture of Amazon Kinesis Data Firehose on the right. Amazon Kinesis Data Firehose makes it easier to reliably load streaming data into data lakes, data stores, and analytics services. It now supports streaming data delivery to Honeycomb, enabling Honeycomb users to ingest streaming data without having to manage applications or write code. It can capture, transform, and deliver streaming data to Amazon S3, Amazon Redshift, Amazon Open Search Service, generic HTTP endpoints, and service providers like Honeycomb. It is a fully managed service that automatically scales to match the throughput of your data and requires no ongoing administration. This new capability makes it easier than ever to route your AWS log data directly to Honeycomb. With these logs available in Honeycomb, you can instrument your own code, then query, trace, graph, and alert on everything from system-wide events down to individual request traces in real time. Moving on to the next news headline. AWS Cloud Map API now supports IPv6. You can see a picture of AWS Cloud Map on the top and shows you how it works without a cloud map, where your front-end service has to know which version of API to connect with. On the right side, you can see with cloud map, where your front-end doesn't need to know which version it has to connect, and it talks to a cloud map, which dynamically provides you which version to connect. So AWS Cloud Map is a cloud resource discovery service. You can define custom names for your application resources, such as Amazon ECS tasks, Amazon EC2 instances, Amazon DynamoDB tables, or other cloud resources. You can then use these custom names to discover the location and metadata of cloud resources for your application using AWS SDK and authenticated API queries. AWS Cloud Map API now supports the IPv6 protocol, allowing applications to connect to the AWS Cloud Map endpoints over IPv6. This allows you to more easily integrate with existing IPv6 applications and reduce the need for expensive networking equipment to handle the address translation between IPv4 and v6. Moving on to the next news headline. The next news is coming from AWS Systems Manager additional support. AWS Systems Manager now support higher concurrency for automation executions. AWS Systems Manager now support up to 500 concurrent automation executions. If you enable adaptive higher concurrency, automation will automatically increase or decrease the concurrency quota based on the scaling requirements. Systems Manager automation can be used to author runbooks to execute common IT tasks such as patching or restarting instances at scale with rate controls. You can now execute these tasks on a large fleet of instances at a higher concurrency. AWS Systems Manager automation now enables monitoring of services using Coda in Amazon CloudWatch. You can now visualize and monitor the number of concurrently running or queued Systems Manager automation execution using Amazon CloudWatch. You can also create a CloudWatch alarm to get notified if the usage exceeds a defined threshold, such as 80% of the service quota available for the AWS account. Systems Manager automation now provides better visibility to enable you proactively manage the quota usage of concurrently running and queued automation executions. Moving on to the next news headline. AWS Firewall Manager DDoS mitigation. AWS Firewall Manager now enables you to centrally deploy AWS Shield Advanced Automatic Application Layer 7 DDoS protection across accounts in your organization. AWS Shield Advanced Automatic L7 DDoS protections block application layer DDoS events with no manual intervention needed. Security administrators for AWS Firewall Manager can now enable automatic L7 DDoS protections across accounts using the Firewall Manager security policy for AWS. With Firewall Manager, you can deploy and monitor rules for AWS WAF, AWS Shield Advanced, VPC security groups, AWS Network Firewall, and Amazon Route 53 Resolver, DNS Firewall across your entire organization. Firewall Manager ensures that all firewall rules are consistently enforced, even as the new accounts and resources are created. AWS Firewall Manager is a security management service which allows you to centrally configure and manage firewall rules across your account and applications and organization. Moving on to the next news headline. The next news is from Amazon QLDB. It now supports JSON output format for exports. Amazon QLDB is a fully managed ledger database that provides a transparent, immutable, and cryptographically verifiable log. Customers can now use Amazon QLDB to track all application data changes, as well as maintain a complete and verifiable history of changes to data over time. Amazon Quantum Ledger Database, or QLDB, now supports JSON output format for QLDB exports, in addition to existing Amazon IO output format. Customers can select JSON when requesting an export and will receive journal data in new line delimited JSON format. QLDB export with JSON format enables direct integration with common software libraries, tools, and popular Amazon services such as AWS Glue and Amazon Athena. This is the end of the episode. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and press the notification bell icon for future updates. This is your host, Bhavesh Kumar, signing off. Thank you.